Okay. We can start now. There. Okay, you don't need your weights for the first part. Just the stopwatch and my notes. And we're just gonna start laying on the ground. And you can maybe do like a big stretch here, like arms up over your head, big reach. Swoop your arms around. And then go ahead and squeeze your glutes. And we're just gonna do a big glute bridge raise. Nice big stretch. And then again, reaching up over your head. And like a big nice swoop with your arms. And we'll just do some big arm swoops, keeping your glutes up nice and high. Taking your arms up, and then reaching overhead, pulling your shoulder blades together as you make like a snow angel with your arms, keeping your glutes up high. And taking some nice big deep breaths. All right, and then we'll nice and slowly place your back down onto the ground, nice and slow and steady. And then we'll go ahead and stretch your legs out straight. And now we're gonna reach your arms up, and you're just gonna nice and slowly pull yourself up, arms reaching for your toes. And just kind of getting a big stretch, reaching as far as you can forward. Sorry about that. And just forward fold, reaching as far as you can. And then leaving your legs as straight as you can. It's okay to have a slight bend. My knees are bent slightly. We'll just take a twist to the right. And then we'll take and walk your hands back to forward. Nice stretch again, forward. And then we'll go to the left. And we'll come back to the front again. And then nice and slowly lowering back down again. And we'll go back to our glute bridge. So plant your feet, squeeze your glutes, hips up high. And then we'll do a couple arm swoops again. Not as many as last time, and maybe a little bit faster if you're feeling it. Still taking some nice big breaths, but maybe cycling through each swoop just a little bit faster. Oh, maybe we'll try and go the other way. Maybe bring your hands up from overhead, reaching forward, bringing them down forward, and then swooping them back up around to the top. But just trying to loosen up a little bit. So whatever feels good. We're just trying to really squeeze those glutes and keep your hips up high for a few seconds. All right, we'll go ahead and bring them back down, one little vertebrae at a time. And sit your back down on the ground, and we'll straighten those legs out. And we'll reach up again with our arms and come all the way up to your toes if you can. And then we'll give a little reach to the right, a little reach to the left. And then we'll just go ahead and nice and slow roll back down. All right, and so now we're gonna do one leg glute bridge. So we'll go ahead and start with your right leg. And you're just gonna raise your hips up with using just your right leg. What your left leg is doing, it doesn't matter. You could leave it up, you could leave it kind of flat, and maybe it comes all the way back down every time. It doesn't really matter, but we're just gonna do a one leg glute bridge raise. Ready, set, go. And just nice and slow and steady. We're gonna do these reps for 30 seconds, but it doesn't really matter how many you're getting. Just trying to squeeze your glutes, getting that hips up high, just on one leg. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll go ahead and switch legs. And just whatever pace you like, however it feels good. Legs straight, leg in the air. this leg for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And now we'll do those full roll-ups, legs straight. And when you get to the top, we'll do like a twist to the right. And then we'll lower, back down, roll all the way up, twist to the left. Roll down, twist up to the right. And again, just kind of moving at your own pace for 10 more seconds through these. 3, 2, 1. All right, and then we're gonna come on into a kneeling position. So you'll have your knees down. And then we're gonna go ahead and stand up. And then we'll drop those knees back down. And so we'll just do some kneeling to standing. Again, nice and steady. Just starting to move a little bit. And we're going to do these for a whole minute, so plenty of time to just kind of cruise through some reps, nice and slow. We'll do 30 more seconds. And then I realized that I kind of misspoke earlier when I said you're not going to need your weight for this first part, because next we are going to use something. It doesn't have to be your weight, but when you come to standing, you can stay standing, and then you're just going to place something out in front of you, and you're going to try to tap it with your right toe and then tap it with your left toe. And you can step, or you can kind of get into like hopping. And it could be fun to try something that you have to also balance, so you have to be a little bit controlled with your tap. But whatever you want is totally fine. And again, we're going to do these for about 1 minute. Ready, set, go! It could even be an imaginary thing. Or you could try to play around with balancing it. And it's okay, we're going to do this 2 more times, starting back with our one leg glute bridge. So for this first round, if you're just still finding your perfect item, that's okay. We'll do 10 more seconds to play around with these. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and so we're gonna come back to the ground. I'm so happy we have more friends here now. And we're gonna have one leg planted, and we're gonna do 30 seconds of this one leg glute bridge. And again, however you're feeling it, maybe your leg stays up, that's totally fine. Maybe your leg stays more straight. Maybe you're giving it a hold at the top. However you like. Just really trying to turn these glutes on this morning. Three, 2, 1, and we'll switch legs. Three, 2, 1, and then legs are straight, and we're gonna roll up, twist right, come on back, roll up, twist left. Three, 2, 1, and now we'll go into that kneeling to standing, and these ones we're going to do for 1 minute. And if you prefer to just do like some lunge steps or something, or step ups, if like kneeling on your knees like this is kind of tough, I understand. You can modify. $30 more seconds for our kneel to stand, and then we're going to do those item taps. give it a little tap. Yeah, you can go fast if you're ready. And you're not trying to keep your items standing up. 30 more seconds. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and shake it out, grab a quick sip, and we'll transition into the next piece. And so next we're not going to be using the step yet. We will be using it later. But we're going to be using your weights. And we're going to start with, if you want to use 2 dumbbells, that's great. If you want to use 1 weight, that's fine too. I think I'm going to use 2 dumbbells for this part. And so if you're using 2 dumbbells, you're going to hold 1 on each shoulder. But if you're using 1 weight, you're just going to hold it in that front rack position, however you like, whatever weight you got. You're just going to pin it to your chest. And then from there, we're going to take a really wide stance. Maybe I'll just demonstrate with 1 weight to start. So you're going to take a really wide stance, like as wide as you can still feel like your feet are kind of flat on the ground. And if you're more comfortable pointing your toes out in this stance, you can give your toes a little outward point. And then from here, again, we're holding the weight at your chest. We're going to do a really slow squat. So your chest stays up, your knees bend, your hips drop back, and we're going to go 3, 2, 1, super slow. Hold for 1 at the bottom, and then stand it up again. And so we're going to go 3, 2, 1, hold, and then stand it up. And so go ahead and maybe even just, if you want to try 1 weight for the first round, that's fine. But we'll go ahead and do 6 reps like that. Ready, set, go. So 6 reps, 3 count on the way down, 2, 1, hold for 1, and then stand. Really wide stance. And trying to get your knees tracking towards your feet so they're not coming in, they're kind of following that same trajectory of your feet. Hold for 1 at the bottom before standing. I think I've got 1 more. We're going to do 6 reps. Yeah, really nice. And then for the next thing, if you have 2 weights, you're going to do 1 arm, but if you have something you need to hold in both hands, you're going to just use both arms. But we're going to bring our stance narrow, so your feet are going to be touching if possible, unless that's really uncomfortable, then close to touching. And then from there, we're going to bend without the weight first. We can practice this narrow stance squat, because you're going to squat down as low as you're comfortable in this narrow stance. So keeping your heels on the ground. If your toes start coming up, you're too deep. So just leave your heels down, squatting as low as you can. And then we're going to finish with a press up overhead. And so again, if your squat's maybe not as deep in this narrow stance, it's totally fine. And so then again, adding that weight if you want. And so again, if you have 2 weights and you want to try 1 arm, we're going to do right side, switch arms, left side, switch arms. Okay, and we're going to do as many as you're feeling over the next 30 seconds. So you just kind of do as many as you can or as many as you want for 30 seconds. 2, 1. So we'll shake it out a little bit. And then the last thing we'll do is with no weight. And we're going to go into like the bottom of a split squat. And we're just going to come up and jump. And then you're going to stay on that same side of your split squat. So just kind of stand and get a little hop off the ground. And we're going to do 20 seconds per side. As many as you're feeling. Okay, ready, set, go. And you can do these however you want. You know, maybe you want to go to sort of slow and steady for 20 seconds. Or maybe you want to bust them out as fast as you can and then shake it out. 3, 2, 1. We'll take 5 seconds. Okay, other side. 3, 2, 1. Go. Three, 2, 1. All right, well, we'll rest and shake it out. And so for the remaining 3 sets, we're going to do 3 more. We're going to go on the clock. And so the first minute will be the sumo squats. The second minute will be 40 seconds, as many alternating one arm or with both arm of the narrow stance thruster. And then the jump lunge, 20 seconds of each. Sound good? Okay. All right, so we'll go back to the sumo squat. Ready, set, go. So just 6 reps of these in this minute, however long that takes. Remember, hold for 1 at the bottom and nice and slow on the way down. There's 20 seconds left, and so we just rest now. And then we'll do 40 seconds, as many of the thrusters as you can. And remember, narrow stance in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. And really focusing on keeping those heels down as you squat. Chest up. Three, 2, 1. And so now, again, we're going to do 20 seconds per side of those jump lunges, and I'll give us a 5-second transition in between. And we'll go in 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, go! Really keep that chest up, midline tight. That front knee stays over your front foot. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out for 5. 3, 2, 1. Go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're going to do 2 more rounds. 10 seconds till our sumo squat. 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Hold for one at the bottom. Seconds, and then we'll do that narrow stance, one arm thruster. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, narrow stance. Three, 2, 1, rest. We'll do that jump lunge, or jump split squat, sorry, in 10 seconds. They're pretty much the same thing. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, rest. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, rest. One more time. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Wide stance. Slow on the way down. Hold for one. Seconds. Narrow stance, thruster. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Last round of these heckin' split squats. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 1. All right, and 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, can't talk anymore. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. Let's shake that out. Wow, nice work. That was tough. All right, so as you're recovering, the next thing, we're gonna use your box. So you can get your box ready. And we're also going to be going back to our little item taps. So as we're resting, if you want to find a better item to tap with your toes, you can. And again, it really doesn't matter. Like, it could be flat on the ground and you tapping it, but you can also give yourself something higher if you want to try to like really get your foot up higher. It's really up to you. Whatever you want to kick is totally fine. Or tap, I suppose. And again, it's also fine to, when you're getting tired and you just want to walk. This is good too. And then the last movement that we'll be doing for the last part is gonna just be squats with your body weight in your, I'm trying to not say normal, but like just in your stance that you comfortably take when you squat without any narrow or wide guidance. So just like your shoulder width, comfortable squatting stance. And so you'll be dropping your butt down and then just standing up from there. And, woo, feels kind of funny now after doing all those variety of squats. And no weight with those either. And so what we'll be doing is every 3 minutes, we're gonna start a new set. In the first minute, we're gonna do step-ups. And so you'll just be stepping up for that first minute. And that minute of step-ups, you know, you can kind of keep yourself honest, maybe count the first round and try to make sure you're doing the same amount each time so you don't start slacking that first minute. But really that's up to you. Of course, if you don't want to keep counting, you just want to move, that's great. And then, so you'll have the remaining 2 minutes to finish 40 taps. Each one counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 until you get to 40. And then 20 squats. And so you'll have 2 minutes to finish that part, and any time you have left will be rest before we go back into the step-ups. And so also, you know, the first round, you're kind of feeling it out. Maybe you don't finish, and so that would be terrible. If you're not done and there's like 15 seconds left, just stop and take a couple of breaths. And then maybe next time you want to do fewer of the toe taps and the air squats, and that would be totally fine. Or maybe you finish your 40 taps and your 20 squats in like 30 seconds and you want to do more. You could do that too. So the first round can be your trial round, and you can decide if you want to change up the rep scheme. And try to make sure you're getting at least a few seconds of rest each round. And we're going to do it 5 times, so it'll take 15 minutes. Questions? Concerns? Anything I forgot? Sweet. Let's do it. So it'll be 1 minute of step-ups to start. And then taps, and then just squatting with your body. In 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! 30 more seconds. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to go into 40 dumbbell taps. And then we're going to do 20 squats. One minute left. And again, hopefully you have some rest. And if you need to mix up the reps on the next round to make it feel better for you, that's totally fine. 30 more seconds, and then we'll go into round number 2. Keeping in mind we're going to do 5 rounds. And you want to try to do the same amount of step-ups each round. Everyone's resting, that's great. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! Seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell taps. One more minute. More seconds. seconds and we're back to our step ups. Keep hitting that number. 3, 2, 1, go. One more minute. More seconds, and we go 2 more times. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! Keep it up with your step ups. Keep hitting that number. You can do it. seconds, and we'll do our last set, the very best set. Keep up with your step-ups. You knew we were going to do 5 sets. Get them all in on this last round. Otherwise, what was the point of doing that many this whole time? All right, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! Seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell taps. To finish. Nice work, everybody. I couldn't hear you.
That was super fun. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Chardy.
You're welcome. Glad you made it.
Good. So good. Julia, what's happening over there?
What do you mean, what's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm sweating.
We're sweating.
Look, our neighbor gave us a present.
Wow, great present. Oh, I thought it was the construction. Whoa, cool. What plant is that?
It's a pomegranate tree.
Cool.
So ridiculous.
And how long will it fruit?
What?
How long does it take to fruit?
Oh, I don't know.
Pomegranates are big and heavy. Probably has to be a pretty big tree.
Yeah. I think it's like a lifelong investment.
Right, yeah. A lifelong investment.
Yeah, I think so.
But you know what would be cool is if you like plant it at your house and then it doesn't really get that big, but then like 20 years later, you know, you like drive by the house and it's like a big pomegranate tree that's still there.
True. Yeah. Bye, you guys.
You're so
Thanks,
welcome.
Chardy.
Yeah.
Run to it.
Yeah. Everyone's got to go to work.
Bye.
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 Bye, Abby.